Hi. Let's get this all set up. Every day there's technical difficulties. So I got us live. I hope you guys can see me. Let me know if you can. There's a little box on the right that should say something. So if you're here, let me know if you're here. I see there might be a couple people, but we'll get started right away. I have a mic, but it's kind of far from me, so I'll talk very loud, so hopefully you can hear me really clearly. And welcome. Thanks for joining. Let's get started. So make sure you have 2 chairs this morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching this. And keep the second one handy. We're going to use it in just a bit. And then a strap or a rolled up towel, scarf, just something that's sturdy that you can use to put around your foot and go into a forward fold with. Okay, let's get started. Now in our chair, it's preferable that there is no arms on our chair. So if you do have one, that's okay. Just try not to use them. They might be in the way. Next time, do grab a chair without any arms. Let's sit tall. We're gonna imagine we've got about 2 fists between our feet, spreading the toes nice and wide, sitting up tall. Let's take a deep breath in, let the shoulders rise up towards the ears. The eyes can be closed or gently gaze forward. And then we're gonna exhale, let the shoulders run down the spine. Belly button to spine, pulling up on the pelvis, strong core. We want a beautiful, strong midsection this morning. Now the eyes can be closed, or maybe we find a non-moving spot to gaze at. And then while we're here, we're just keeping that strong, active core. Our feet are grounded. Let's take a few moments to come into our breath. This is just the best thing to do in this moment and at this time is to come to our breath. So sitting up tall, not avoiding using the back of the chair. We want to use the core to assist us, sitting tall. We're going to take a deep breath in. Eyes can be opened again or closed. Let the lungs expand. Feel the breath come into the midsection of the body. Really feel it even maybe come into the belly. So really exaggerate into the belly. And then as you exhale, let that go. Let the belly sink, the chest sink, sitting tall. We're going to stay with these deep breaths, just another few moments, another deep, full breath. Feel and notice how you're bringing space into your body on this inhale. And then as you exhale, the breath is slowly releasing, letting go. With each breath, you're feeling more relaxed, more at ease, ready to be in this moment as we take another deep, soothing breath in. Feel the expansion through the entire lungs. And then let that breath slowly go. Allow the breath to come back to its natural pace as we sit here, strong in our core, noticing where our state of mind is, what our thoughts are, how we feel in our body in this moment. And this is the time and the opportunity to check in with ourselves. Are we taking care of ourselves in this moment and in this opportunity? Are we taking care of ourselves mentally, physically, emotionally? Just notice. And if you do, what are the things that you do for those parts of your being and taking care of yourself? One of them is coming to practice this morning, to come into your breath, to open through the body and make space. But what else do you do for yourself? Bring that into your mind. And then we're just going to imagine what other things can we do to help create more peace and balance in those ways. Can we make an effort to connect to more people? How can we do that? Can we make an effort to take care of ourselves better in this moment? Are we eating fresh fruit and veggies? Think about the things that you can create in this moment. Notice them come into your mind. See them, feel them, whatever resonates as you maybe imagine them at the same time. And then as we take our next breath in, so we're going to bring that focus back to the breath just for this moment. Let the inhale expand through the entire torso. Let those thoughts resonate right in the third eye, right in your mind, right in the middle of your mind. And then as we exhale, we send love and gently release those out to be created with the intention that as we release them, we're creating them out. All those things help create center, loving balance within our being. And then with that, we're going to start to get into some movement. So take a deep breath in, let the arms start to come up over the head, reaching for the sky. Notice how this feels to move a little bit of movement, but keeping that peace in the mind at the same time. As we exhale, we're going to let the torso come over the thighs, the chin coming to the chest. Let the arms release towards the floor, let everything go. Deep breath in, notice how we expand, come away from our legs. And then we're going to use the exhale to gently let ourselves get deeper, releasing into our breath and into this pose. Notice the next breath, inhale. The torso expands with this full deep breath. And then as you exhale, you feel a little bit more space opening up as you allow yourself to move a little bit deeper into it. Maybe we're just imagining it. Your body doesn't know the difference between imagining something and actually experiencing it. So maybe we just imagine it. And then as we exhale, we're going to slowly bring ourselves up through seated again. Let the chin be tucked as we slowly make our way up through seated. We'll rotate those arms once again overhead, lengthening through the torso, sitting tall. Exhale, let the torso come once again towards the thighs. We're releasing, let the hands touch maybe the shins, maybe the feet, maybe the mat. Wherever they land is perfect, chin to chest. Follow your breath. The next inhale, we lengthen through the torso, hands to the shins or thighs, lengthening through the spine. And then as we exhale, we release the entire breath. Continuing with this movement and breath, on the inhale, we slowly make our way back up through seated with the chin tucked. And this time, let's add a cat and cow. Hands gently land onto the thighs. We're sitting tall, lengthening through the spine again. A strong midsection right through the core of the body. Deep breath in, open through the front of the body. The chest opens, the tailbone goes back, lengthening through the neck. Deep breath in, the belly goes forward. And then as we exhale, this is our scared cat variation. We're rounding our spine and making that letter C. Follow the breath. Inhale, open through the entire torso. Deep breath in. Imagine the top of the head and the tailbone could maybe touch. That's our cow variation. And then as we exhale into that scared cat. The next breath, we sit up tall. Take one more breath in, feel the torso expand, feel the belly expand, really exaggerate opening through the front of the body. Tailbone and the top of the head start to touch, or imagining. And then as we exhale, we let that all go. This time someone's squeezing out that last little bit of air. And we'll gently make our way back up through seated. Sitting tall, let's continue moving, just getting everything limbered up this morning. So keeping our feet about the 2 fists between them, spreading our toes nice and wide. Let's just let the heels start to come up off the mat. So just let the feet start to raise up the mat. Hands can be by the hips. Just notice how that is, starting a little bit of movement. Let the feet come back to the floor. We'll do that 2 more times. As we inhale, the feet start to the heels come up off the floor, lengthening maybe through the front of the ankle, sitting tall. Exhale as we let that go. One more time here, just adding a little bit of movement into the ankles this morning, coming onto the tippy toes. Maybe see if we can get right onto the top of the tippy toes, circulate. Beautiful stretch into the front of the ankles. And then let the feet come back to the floor. Perfect. This time, let's see if we can maybe bring our feet out just a bit. Let me come this way, because my mic is covering my feet. So bringing out our feet, so the heels are gently on the floor, sitting up tall. We're on the edge of our chair, but we're feeling supported, okay? And making sure we've got that strong midsection and we've got the space between the back of the chair. And we're gonna bring our feet to the slightly angled little bend in the knee. And we're just gonna start to point the toes towards the floor and then coming back towards our ankles. So bringing the feet, pointing the toes as we put the feet flat to the floor, and then bringing the toes back. Imagine you can touch the shins here. Just adding a little bit more movement into the feet, into the ankles. We'll go nice and slow here, focusing on the movement. And then we'll point, and then we'll bring those feet back, and then we're just gonna point our toes over to our right. Heels are still on the floor, and then over to the left. So we're trying to get all the movement from the ankles. So to the right, to the left, almost like we're windshield wipers with our feet. It's getting a little bit of movement there. And then if you want to add your wrist, you can. You can just get your arms out straight, and then we're just bending at the wrist. That's where we're going to go. Pointing the same direction, just getting a little bit of movement here, and stretching. Coming back through center, release the feet and the hands. We'll bring the feet back under, so the heels are under the knees. And let's continue working on the wrists. Well, this time we're gonna let the fingers start to point towards the floor. So we're gonna lengthen through our arms. So the wrist is bent, fingers pointing towards the floor. We're gonna gently use, so I've got my right hand. With my left, I'm gonna gently pull, but not really pull. It's just gonna encourage the fingers to come towards the inside of the wrist. So just encourage that stretch. We don't want to force anything. There's no electrical or sharp pains. Just a gentle stretch across the top of the wrist. Sitting up tall, keeping that lengthening through the spine. Let's take another deep breath. You can close the eyes. We'll find a non-moving spot to gaze at. We'll breathe here. Notice how this feels. Notice where you feel the stretch. And you're always welcome to adjust it. So maybe stretch a little bit more towards the pinky side or towards the pointer, feeling that stretch through the entire kind of forearm area. One more breath here, and then gently release. Shake it out, release the hand. And let's do the other side. Left hand, fingers point towards the floor. We'll gently encourage the hand to come back, so we're feeling that stretch into the wrist. Sitting tall, keeping that deep, full breath. Inhale. And exhale. Feel that beautiful stretch again into the back of the wrist. Let's take one more moment here. Deep breath in. And then gently let that go. And we'll do some circles, releasing the wrist. Perfect. Sitting up tall. Let's do opposite arm and leg. So what we're going to do here, we're going to extend through the right arm. You can imagine we're like punching somebody through the right arm. And then we're going to kick from the left. So we're going to let the left foot hover and then kicking out back. And then we bring the arm and the foot down. So we'll do the opposite side. The left arm, kick, punch, and kick from the right foot. And gently bring it down. Not super fast, but we just punch, kick, and gently release. So we're still keeping that strong core. We're controlling the movements, extending through the arm, extend through the leg, trying to get the knee to kind of stay stable. We're just kicking through the leg and punching through the arm. Let's do one more time each side. Punch, kick. I know it's opposite arm, opposite leg. Punch, kick. Back through center. Awesome. Let's take another moment here. Deep breath in. Close the eyes. Ground those feet. Notice how we feel. We've got our body started to move. Get everything going. We just check in with this moment. Let's take another deep, focused, conscious breath. Let the torso sides back of the body. Feel the breath come in. Notice how it feels so releasing to take this deep inhale and to gently let the breath escape. As the breath leaves, you're feeling even more relaxed, releasing anything that's not needed. We just let that go. Bring your focus back to the breath for just one more moment here. Deep breath in, let the torso expand. And then as we extend that exhale, we start to prepare. The next breath, let's add a twist. We're going to let the arms gently float up towards the ceiling. And then as we exhale, we're going to twist to our right. So the right hand is going to land maybe by the right hip here. The left hand is going to be onto the right thigh, sitting and lengthening through throw up the torso. Deep breath in, maybe the gaze comes over the right shoulder. As we inhale, deep breath in, lengthening. Exhale, coming back through center. Realign, let's do the other side. Deep breath in, this time we're going to rotate the arms overhead. We're coming to the left. If we drop the right hand onto the left thigh, left hand by your hip, lengthening through the torso. Deep breath in. One more breath. Inhale, and as we exhale, we can, if you'd like, reach those arms overhead, come through center, or just gently unwind. Let's grab our second chair. So we can go a little bit deeper into the legs this morning. So grabbing our chair and our strap, we're going to make our way into a Paschimottanasana. So we're going to allow the legs to be supported by the chair, lengthening through the torso, sitting up tall, so we're still really strong in our core. Just the calves or whatever's most comfortable of our legs is supported by the other chair. Grab our strap, place it around the top of the feet. Deep breath in, open through the torso, gaze towards the ceiling, bend in the knees. And we're going to bend at the hips as we start to come forward. So bending from the hips, trying to get that strong spine, active core, belly button to spine. So we're feeling strong in the midsection. We're bending from the hips. The knees have a bend. We're gazing at our toes or our eyes are closed. Let's take a deep breath here. And then as we exhale, we allow the breath to gently let us go in however we can, a little bit deeper. Maybe we imagine we can come a little bit closer. Maybe there is some physical space to bend more at the hips, or maybe we need to just assist with a little bit more bend in our knees. Next breath, we prepare. And then as we exhale, we can release our strap, and let's let ourselves completely melt over the legs. Let yourself release, chin to chest. It feels so good to just let everything go. As we take our breath in, we just feel it. Maybe we notice how it comes in like a healing, deep breath, a healing light. And as we exhale, it gently starts to release that which we don't need. We let that breath go. Anything that we don't need in our body, mind, our connection to spirit, source, just starts to fade away. We'll use this pose and these last few moments to connect us deep with our breath. Maybe with that visualization, if that resonates, if it resonates to see the breath come in as a healing, beautiful light, filling up your entire being. Let that healing light come into you. It's always there. You're welcome to bring as much as you can in. You're encouraged to. And then as you exhale, you're just allowing your body to release that you don't need. Anything that's not needed, thoughts, observations, sensations, blockages, they start to dissipate. And as you see those things leave, they transmute. They change into a beautiful healing light that's there to help other people all around us. We'll stay with this visualization if that feels good. Breathing in that healing light and sending out what's not needed, seeing that become something to heal others. Or just let yourself come to this breath. Notice how it feels to increase the lungs with the inhale, coming away from your legs a bit. And then notice your exhale and how it feels to just become aware of the breath. Whether we're staying with the visualization or just the intention of the breath, just come back in with the next inhale, either seeing the breath come in, that healing light, or just feel the breath expand. And then with this exhale, we'll just let any final things dissipate and transmute into positivity. And we just let go of what's not needed. And then we're going to slowly bring ourselves back up through seated, sitting tall. And we're going to add a twist. So we'll give you a few variations. We're going to start by keeping our right leg straight. We'll start We'll start with the right leg straight. I'm gonna mirror you, but you're not really mirroring. So the right leg is straight, the left leg is gonna be bent. We're gonna see if we can put the left foot onto the chair, or we're just bending it a little bit. So maybe our left leg is only bent just a bit. Maybe it's bent quite a lot. So just kind of find where you wanna go. We're gonna sit up tall. Deep breath in, notice how it feels to lengthen once again. Imagine someone's pulling and lifting us right from the top of the head. And as we exhale, we're going to use our right arm to gently grab at the left leg. And we're going to imagine our belly can come past the thigh. And we start to open up over to our left. Our hand might land by the seat. Maybe we can hug the chair. And then we can bring the gaze over the shoulder. Let's take a deep breath in, feel that lengthening through the torso. And then as we exhale, we're just releasing the breath, making space in our body. Let's take another deep breath. And then as we exhale, we'll slowly unwind back to center. We'll do that on the opposite side. So extend the left leg, bring that right leg. Again, bending as much as possible as you like. So the left leg might be bent just a little bit, and the foot may not be flat on the chair. It's not a big deal. Just adjust as feels appropriate. And then we're sitting up tall, keeping that length in the spine. This time the left hand kind of grabs around the shin of the right leg, and the right arm starts to open up towards the right side. Let the gaze go wherever. If the chin feels good coming over the shoulder, let it come over the shoulder. Take a deep breath, feel that lengthening through the torso. Inhaling. And then allow the exhale to gently let you release and come through center. Excellent. Let's start to bring those feet to the floor. Sitting up tall, let's come through our downward dog variation. So using the chair, I showed this last time, so you've got your options. You can either use the front of the chair, the seat of the chair, and you can push it as close or as far as you need. Your arms or hands can land onto the chair. You let your head drop between the arms. It may not go between the arms, that's okay. Just let the torso and the head start to drop. You can also try, and I encourage you to try both, see which one feels a little bit better. You can grab the back of the chair, lengthen through the arms. Let that torso and head drop between the legs. Close the eyes wherever you are. So those are your two options. Find which one feels most appropriate right now. And let's come into it. So once we're here, we'll take a deep breath in. Feel the torso. Notice the torso expand with the breath. Again, we're bringing the focus right back to this moment and into this deep breath. And then as we exhale, we just let things start to go. So you've got your options. As we stay here in this pose, you've got your visualization options. You either feel and notice that healing bright light coming into your body, through the torso, into the nose, expanding the chest. And then as we exhale, it's encouraging that which we don't need. We see it, feel it, intend it to gently leave as we see it dissipate into positivity around us, into another golden healing light. Or we just feel the breath come in, or just feel the breath come into the body and feel it expand. And notice the space that's created on each inhale. And then as we exhale, we just let that go. So come to whatever feels most appropriate. Feel the healing breath come in. Let it go. Following your breath, staying focused with this intent and visualization for just another few moments. Knowing that each inhale brings in that new opportunity to create expansion through the torso, the body, physical expansion through also our mind, creating those moments where we're just open and focused on one thing. And healing it. Healing with this breath as we exhale. We'll take one more deep breath here and we'll start to slowly make our way up through to seated. Sitting tall, we'll check in, feet are still on the floor. Shake the arms and legs, stretch as feels appropriate. And let's come into our Savasana, so our seated chair, kind of final resting pose. So if you want, you can just stay here. You can stay flat on the floor. The torso can be supported, the hands can come on the thighs, or you can have the thumb in the pointer finger touch. Or if you would prefer, you're welcome to grab that second chair. I like this pose. It's always really nice to just let the legs come and be supported. Let the spine be supported. Let everything be released. Again, the hands can be flat onto the thighs, where the thumbs and the pointer finger can touch. We'll sit up tall, so we're lengthen once again, but we're supported. We just lengthen. Shoulders roll back so the chest is open. And this is our next opportunity to become aware of our breath, aware of how our body feels in this moment. How do we feel at this point, coming to kind of the last few minutes of this practice? How does our body feel? Where is our state of mind? Notice. And there's no right or wrong. We just let it come in. We take our breath in once again. We use that breath to bring in that healing or that space, that consciousness space, that conscious space. And then as we exhale, we let go of whatever. It might be positive, negative. We just let it go. Whatever's being dissipated is released into healing energy around us to help ourselves and to help each other. And then we can just allow ourselves, maybe just notice the breath, or maybe bring a gentle mantra to the breath for these last few moments of in and out. Maybe just watch the breath come in and out. Or stay with the visualization of bringing in that healing, bright, golden or white light of that breath coming into your being and clearing what's not needed and sending it out with intent and focus to heal. Your choice. Choose what feels appropriate. And we'll come into stillness and our breath for these last few moments. The next breath, we bring back our awareness, just in case it wandered off. We bring it right back. Inhaling deeply, gently releasing. We can start to bring some life back to our body, wiggling our fingers and toes. You can open the eyes or keep them closed. And we'll start to stretch any way that feels appropriate. Let the arms stretch towards the ceiling, lengthen through the legs, whatever feels good. If you'd like to bring those feet flat to the floor, you're welcome to. And then we'll take a moment, we'll sit up tall, so we'll just start to lengthen through the spine. We'll take another deep breath, let the hands raise overhead, let the palms touch. You will bring the hands to heart center. And this is our final moment of our practice. This is the moment where we take gratitude. Gratitude for taking this time for ourselves to practice. Setting up the intention to heal ourselves, but to help heal and serve others around us. And just connect. And we always finish with Namaste, which means the light within me acknowledges and sees the light within you. Namaste. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. Please do like, share, subscribe if you haven't. I will be putting out some classes that will be live, that aren't recorded, that will be more one-on-one. And if you are interested in that, it's going to be more of a traditional class. It'll be an hour or the 75 minutes. And there will be a fee for that because it'll be online, live. You know, you'll be able to interact with me really easily. It'll go through Google Meets. It'll be a great option. So I'll send out an email. So if you're on my email list, you will get an email with all that information when I get that together. And if you're not, you know, do go and follow me on Facebook on Breathe Within Yoga, because that has all the stuff, and I'll post that information there as well. So again, thank you so much for participating, whether you participated live or listen to this after. I do appreciate it, and I hope you did get something out of it. Please let me know, comment, share, contact me on Facebook, contact me here on YouTube. You know, let me know how you're doing. And thanks again, and we will see you tomorrow maybe, or Saturday. I'll get another video. I'll be all coming out all the time. Okay, we'll see you later. Bye.